Hello guys, and welcome to another State of the Market video wherein we talk about kung ano yung nangyari sa market last week and what to expect this week. A week ago, the PSEI went down. If invested kayo sa FMETF or anything heavy sa PSEI stocks, don't worry kasi it was just a reaction based kung gaano kabilis umakyat yung price ng PSEI. Kung sobrang bilis yung pag-akyat ng securities, malamang bababa rin yan. So as expected, nag-correction yung market but bumawi rin ang PSEI this week and ultimately nag-close ito at above 7,000 level from 6,600, so that's around almost 6% na increase. Yung correction to the 6,600 level was a result of negative news tulad ng GDP natin and COVID statistics. Pero this week meron ring mga major catalysts na nagandahan ng mga investors. Isa na dito ang news na darating na sa bansa, yung first batch ng AstraZeneca at Pfizer vaccines in the middle of February. So good news yan. In addition sa mga dumating na vaccines na yan, nag-release ang IATF ng mga list ng people na i-prioritize sa vaccine na to. As expected, kasama dito yung healthcare workers at mga ibang frontliners, especially yung mga economic na frontliners. The best part about this is sinama na dito yung tourism frontliners or yung mga taong nagtatrabaho sa mga tourist destinations in the Philippines. Makakatulong talaga ito kasi according to the palace, the country is losing up to 4 billion pesos every year sa mga tourists na hindi dumadating, especially yung mga foreign tourists. It would be nice kung mababawasan natin yung yearly na loss ng income through the vaccines at makakaboost talaga yan sa economy natin, and eventually it will trickle down to the wages of the people and the market. Lastly, dahil bumaba yung PSEI steeply, nag-expect tayo ng mga bargain hunters and they delivered. This is one of the reasons kung bakit umakyat yung price. Yan ang mga bullish sentiments sa market. Next, let's talk about yung mga factors that contributed to the bearish sentiments, yung mga news na nagpapahina ng market. Specifically the PSEI. Isa is yung patuloy na restrictions because of COVID. Di pa yan mawawala hanggang bumababa yung cases natin either through social distancing or sa vaccine. Wala yata akong tiwala na magagawa natin ito because of social distancing. So I'm betting on the vaccines na lang, which will come later this year. Another factor na medyo bad news is yung patuloy na paglobo ng prices of food, particularly yung pork products at yung general inflation in the country. Bloomberg reports na umabot sa 4.2 yung inflation for January. Inflation means na fewer yung mabibiling goods and services ng mga tao sa pera nila, and if hindi ito ma-remedy, baka matagalan ang pag-recover natin sa pandemic. Economically speaking, kasi hihina ang consumer spending. Yan mostly ang factors na nag-contribute sa bearish sentiment sa market. Ngayon, let's go to the specific stocks that did well this week. Before we go to the best performing stocks last week, if you guys like the video, paki-like naman and subscribe sa channel because it helps out the channel a lot. Kung sa PSEI, maraming tinamaan last week, bumawi naman sila kaagad. One is AEV or Aboitiz Equity Ventures, from going as low as 40 pesos per share last week because of the correction. Bumawi ito at nag-close sa 44.8, which is almost 12% in 1 week. Another one na tamaan talaga last week yung AP or Aboitiz Power Corp, from 28.6 na high, bumaba ito sa 24 last week. Pero bumawi rin hanggang nag-close at the end of the week sa 26.25, which is above 9% na upside for the week. Another one is BDO, so we all know what BDO is. 9% yung binawi niya from the low last week. For JGS Holdings, 11% naman yung performance niya this week, and MER or Meralco 12%, which is one of our pandemic resilient stocks last year. Yung brightest na PSEI stock, as I check, is yung LTG. Even before the correction noong January 29, naka-buy signal na ito sa mga brokerages and hindi ito tinamaan ng correction. This week, tumaas ng more than 15% ng stock at nag-close at 14 pesos and 95 cents from as low as 12 pesos and 90 cents last week. Now let's talk about some speculative stocks that got my attention. Ito yung mga potentially high risk and high reward na stocks na merong volume this week. So be careful when trading these stocks. Although merong chatter sa kanila sa market, pero hindi supported ng fundamentals yung price movements nito. So these are purely speculative movements. A lot of talk sa traders revolve around the follow-on offering of ASEN after the SRO last month. Last week close was 6 pesos and 40 centavos per share. Bumawi ang ASEN sa mga losses niya last week. Umabot ito ng 8 pesos and 25 cents per share pero bumaba rin at nag-close this week sa 7 pesos and 22 centavos per share. We'll see kung patuloy na lalakas ito or kung mawawala rin yung interest ng mga tao eventually. Patuloy rin na tumaas yung dito dahil lumalapit na tayo sa March na commercial launching nito. Closing at 14 pesos and 54 centavos na malapit sa all-time high nito this week. With dito, you are basically betting on the success ng launch nito. If malakas yung reception sa launch, then lalakas pa ito lalo. Pero if mahina at full of bad news yung launch, then may possibility na babagsak ito. Another notable rally is from PHA or Premier Horizon Alliance na nag-rally up to 35% upside since the start of the month. So that is for the week. This is a fintech startup na invested sa SquidPay among others. So as you may have noticed, yung fintech is one of the buzzwords ngayon sa market. Katulad ng green energy, basta may mga tagging na fintech and green energy, nag-e-excited talaga yung mga traders natin, especially those who are speculating na tataas yung mga ganitong klaseng businesses in the future. That rounds up our speculative stocks and our weekly state of the market. Kung gusto niyo yung mga ganitong klaseng video, mag-like lang and subscribe. Ingat guys!